Hi guys, I'm Miriam Cutelis, and today I want to do a session about a very specific phrase. And I was in the car listening to a podcast the other day, and the phrase, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, came up. And it sort of stopped me on my tracks because um, I wanted to sort of explore further whether I felt that way or not about it, and how cool would it be to actually feel that way, to feel, to be fully, genuinely feeling like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, and how different that feels with what we normally, or I normally feel. So I wanted to do a Cogno session on that phrase. So you're going to join me today, and let's get started right away. So I have here my Cogno ball, and this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So we're going to think about, we're first going to ground ourselves, and the way that I like to ground myself is I take some very deep inhales and audible exhales. And my inhales are from the nose, and audible exhales from my mouth. And with every exhale, I like to imagine that I'm sinking into my seat. And while I'm taking these deep breaths, I'm also tuning in to parts of my body that I'm holding tension in. And with every exhale, I'm releasing that tension through my out breath. So if you feel any tension in your neck, on the out breath, you're releasing that. If you feel any tension in your shoulders, on the out breath, you're releasing that. All right, excellent. And now I'm going to introduce to you the phrase, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I want you to repeat those words. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And where do you feel that phrase? And when you say that phrase, when I say that phrase, where do you feel it? And let's not think about what we feel yet. Let's just find out where our body reacts to it. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I feel it on the top of my stomach every time I hear the phrase. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Where do you feel it? And there is no wrong or right answer. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And let's give this feeling a number. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. 10 is that your body kicked up really strongly. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Mine had a very strong reaction to it in a negative way. So I'll give it a high number. And 0 would be you are neutral towards this phrase. There is no wrong or right here. We're just assessing what kind of reaction we have to the phrase. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. We're just exploring the phrase and its reaction within our body. All right, so we gave it a number and we found it in our body. And what we're going to do now is we're going to hear the phrase repeated by me, and you're going to hold the ball with both hands, and we're going to follow it with our eyes. And we're going to go start low and head up high. Ready? So you're going to follow the ball. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Exactly where I'm supposed to be. Now, as you're moving the ball side to side, nice and slow, you are keeping both hands on the ball. You're keeping your eyes on the ball. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Take a deep breath. Bring up the ball a little higher. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. And let's be curious. Let's be curious. What comes up? It could be positive. It could be negative. It could be a resistance. It could be neutral. What comes up? Let's just be curious. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Say those words out loud. Hear them. See what your body is telling you. Is there resistance to the phrase? This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Notice my ball's a little higher. I'm continuing to follow it with my eyes. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Take another deep breath. Remember to make them nice and deep and audible. Excellent. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Be curious. Is this exactly where you're supposed to be? How does your body feel about it? What's coming up? This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. All right, take a deep breath. Bring the ball down. All right. All right. So for the next part, you are going to hold the ball with either hand. And the only assignment here is to keep your head straight and to follow the ball while it's traveling in an infinity in front of your face. You're following the ball with your eyes. And this pace is going to be much slower. Take a deep breath. Excellent. Now track the ball with your eyes. I am reading something on the screen. So, on my notes on the screen, but you would want to take your glasses off while you're doing this. So we're going to follow the ball. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Excellent. Really stretch out those eyes. And if you notice that you're having trouble tracking the ball, and slow way down, way down. If you're having trouble tracking that ball, slow it down. That's how you're going to notice where there's an issue. If you don't slow down, you're not going to notice it. It's not going to be noticeable. So slowly follow and track the ball. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so is it exactly where I'm supposed to be in my career? This is exactly where I'm supposed to be in my relationships with my friends. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Where do I feel about that? What do I feel about that? What's coming up? If anything comes up, I want you to voice it. Let your nervous system hear you voice it. No matter how silly, juvenile, or repetitive, we've heard it all before, just say it. And let your body hear it. Let your nervous system hear it. Take another deep breath. Great. Now, where do you feel it still? This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Where do you feel that? Did it move? Is it still in the same place? There is no wrong or right answer. Is this where I'm supposed to be in my personal relationships? Is this where I'm supposed to live? This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Spiritually, maturity level. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. What's coming up? Let's be curious. Let's be like scientists and just watch these feelings emerge. Just allow them to be. Notice my eyes tracking the ball. If you notice your face moving with the ball, use your hands to correct yourself. Beautiful corrections. Excellent. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. What's coming up with that? Stay in the feeling. Where does it rise in your body? Is it the same place? Did it change? And while you're doing the infinity here, other things might come up. Give those feelings a voice as well. You're home by yourself or in a room. No one can hear you. Just let it all out. Let your nervous system hear what's in there. Another deep breath. Beautiful. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. What's coming up? What's that feeling? It's coming up when you hear those words. I'm staying here a little longer because I tend to see double right here, and I would like to work that out. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Is it? How would it feel to say those words and feel them? And if you don't, what else is there? Excellent. All right, we're going to take a break. And now you are going to walk 3 figure eights around your room. So pretend that somebody grabbed a brush and painted a figure 8 on the ground and it dried, and we're going to walk it. So you're going to stand up and you're going to walk around that figure 8 3 times. The first time, I want you to look on the floor at your feet while you're walking. Ready? So you're walking around and you are paying attention to the way your feet feel, either on your floor or in your shoes. Just feel that sensation. Take a deep breath. You're walking that figure 8. Notice the texture on the floor. Notice the colors. Take a deep breath. When you're back to the beginning of your figure 8, you're going to do the second one. And this time, you're going to look straight ahead. And you're going to notice your surroundings. Open your eyes like you haven't seen it before. Take in all the colors. Take another deep breath and notice something you might have not noticed before. And the last figure 8, you're going to keep your head straight while you're looking straight up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath and notice the texture, the colors. Notice where the ceiling touches the wall and try to find something you might have not noticed there before. Take a deep breath. Excellent. All right. And now we are going to do a couple of tiny little, you're going to sit down and I want you to use your fist to pat your upper chest. Nice and audible. Same thing on this side. Beautiful. You're going to do some deep yawns. So you're going to turn your face that way and force a yawn by opening your mouth as wide as possible. Same on the other side. Excellent. You did 2 large yawns. Now we're ready to do the map in. Now, if you want, you can do that entire cycle over again. Or when you're done, you do the map in. And a map in is just a little set of movements that we do that allow both sides of the brain to talk to each other. And that is essential that we do this at the end. So when you're going to hold your ball down at the bottom, and you're going to move it side to side like we did at the beginning. But this time you're going to call out the colors that you see. Now try to rotate your ball slightly as you're moving it side to side so that your eye sees new colors every time. So like this: purple, blue, orange, red, yellow, green, orange, red, orange, purple, green, yellow, and bring your ball down. All right, so that is the map in, and that was one set. You're welcome to repeat this video over again to have a longer session. If you feel like things are coming up and you're in the middle of it and you want to extend the session, feel free to repeat this video. A couple of housekeeping items. I do have a website where my events are listed, and my website is www.miriamscogno.blogspot.com. And on there, you just click on events and you can see live and web events that I have scheduled. I am also available for personal sessions anywhere in the world on Zoom and in person around the Northern Virginia area. All right. So thank you so much. And I look forward to hearing from you and seeing how you felt about the session or if it made any amazing changes. Thank you.